Hey, how you doing, everybody? East Coast Metal Detective. We're back at the old, like I said, it's the old site. It's still the same home site. That 1785 home site that we're doing. We're just, we went on Google Earth. And if you go to Google Earth and you Google in your property or wherever you want to metal detect, you can take it back all the way to like 1995, you know, to see what it is. We use a thing called a data mill in Delaware, and that takes it to 1935. So in your state or on the internet, see if you can find a thing that'll take your properties back to, back a few years back, and you can really find the layout of the property. Where we thought the farmhouse was on the field, I think we found, one of the places in the woods a little bit. It's all opened up and there's something pushed up there, and there's a couple fence posts and older fence posts back here in the woods, and kind of some different plants growing back here as far as different plants, like there's some daffodils coming up over there. There's some other kind of plants that kind of make it look like, where the house would have been setting. Some older cedar posts, an old pot my wife found over there. It's all dilapidated and torn up, and I figured I'd just sit here and give you a little view of everything back here. You can see right there, if you look really close, some things when you start metal detecting you'll look for to see if stuff is older or newer or whatever. Now back in the day, most people would probably not even look at it, but one of the things I look for, and let me put this like this. If you look at that tree, you'll see where the barbed wire fence has cut the tree. See, there's three places where the barbed wire has actually cut that tree. And if you take notice, then well, this must have been at least part of the farmyard, or barn, or whatever came through here when they used to use the barbed wire back in the woods, So that's some of the things I look for when I'm looking for, different things, metal detecting, like, I'll see something over here. I hunt old tree stands too, so, but anyway, see if we can't find something. See if you can find some old cedar posts, old, real old cedar posts. Strolling through the woods. I mean, this is new to me right now, looking at the property. So whatever I find and whatever I'm metal detecting, you're finding it with me just as I do. So if you see something I don't see, and you see it on the internet, and you can always write and say, hey, I seen a piece of, see, that's an old cedar post. Where that big tree is right there, that's an old cedar post sticking up. The other one's probably run out into the field, stuff like that. So here's some more. There's another cedar post. It's all rotted out. It's a real old cedar post sticking up right there. And a lot of that stuff we look for before we even get to metal detect. A lot of research goes on, and before you metal detect. Guy told me, like Mel Fisher and those guys, like, hey, 95% research and 10% metal detecting. There's an old porcelain pot. That could have came from something pretty good, and from the old house and farmstead and stuff that was here. There's some old, there's also some old cinder block. I mean, some old, old bricks could have came from the house. When they pushed it over, it shouldn't be in the middle of the woods. But, it's here. You got that old, right here, the old fence post, old burned up fence post. Piece of that tin right there is probably from an old tin roof. There's different things, and that mound where I was sitting on, it's probably a pushed up pushed up mound with, you know, tin and stuff, so that could have been an old dump site, or that's where they pushed the house up off the field, you know, when the farmers had their day. So, well, like I said, there's my wife out there. She's metal detecting, headed for the field. But I think this is the old farm site. That's just a couple things I was showing you before we get ready to metal detect. Just things you can look for. Here's another another fence post right here. Say, that's another cedar fence post. It looks like a tree, but that's what they used to use, you know, the old cedar fence post. So, alrighty then. Talk to y'all soon. Let's see if we find something metal detecting. Copper. Some kind of copper fitting or tubing or belt buckle. I'll set that over there. That's where I got the square-headed nails. My wife just got half of the front of the spoon. Hey, bring that over here. Let me see it. Let me meet her halfway over here. That's some of the stuff you find real tough. It's all, you know, all good now. You gotta find that stuff. You start putting it all together and when you find this stuff. And you find, here, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Digging something up? Let's see what you got. Hold on. That's an overload. Could be a plow or something. So deep. Come on, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, there it is. Flip it. Hey, just had an 85 hit. My wife just dug this out of here. Well, she pinpointed it for me and had to clean some of this stuff up with just some vinegar and using the rock cutter. So I'll do that later, and I'll show you how it turns out. Has some of the clean stuff on it after we clean it up, and show you some of that stuff. But this is like I said, it was an 85. It was a good hit. It was a good tone. So. It's a nice piece. We're starting to find, stuff in the general area where the house should have been, and different things. Like I said, that's my wife over there. She's metal detecting, and we're back in kind of like that, the same spot as the other day. Still digging some good stuff. We haven't found running any coins yet. So we were looking at like I said, on Google Earth the property. Found out that it was back here for a while. So. Alright, talk to y'all later. But that's one of the pieces we just found. And it's kind of an old fitting, old brass fitting. Keep brass or, maybe brass or silver, I don't know. It's pretty shiny. But anyway, that's one of the pieces. Talk to you soon. Going back to metal detecting. See what we can find. First coin. What is it? First coin. What is it? Yeah, weedy. Yeah. First coin so far. It's getting better, I told you. I don't know what the date is, but it's the first coin. I mean, not my first coin, but your first coin out of this, you know, out of the middle of this field. I know it's only a penny, but I thought it was going to be an Indian head or something like that at first, you know. But that's metal detecting. That's why we're out here, even though it's a wheat penny. Even though that's just a wheat penny. Being out in the middle of the field and working this ground here and finding, you know, where the back of the house is, maybe in the clothesline. But
cool. Alright, first coin.
Got the penny.
I get the first silver then.
Oh, you got silver?
Yeah.
No. Did you?
As soon as I get it out of that hole over
Oh,
there.
okay, hold on, man. I'll be over there. Well, anyway, first wheat penny off of this old farm site. I don't think it'll be the last one, so I know I'm a little bit excited about one little penny out of a wheat penny, but it's still a daggone wheat penny. It's better than the regular one, you know. Like, like I was saying, here's the brick shards.
I need your detector.
See all the daggone. We're starting to get around all the brick shards and stuff right here. So, you got that right there. The old bricks in the fields, right there. And what do we got?
I can't find it.
Phew.
I think I just broke my headphones.
Pretty deep hole.
I did.
Oh, and you're dangerous. Anyway, where's it supposed to be at?
I have to send them back again. Okay.
Where's it supposed to be at?
In there somewhere.
In that hole?
I keep getting the 81.
Pinpoint it.
I've tried. It's right there in the hole. But it says, first it was 4.5. Now it's saying 2.5. But I can't get anything. I can't get it.
It's probably deep.
Find it. Of course, I've got everything. So 4.5 inches is 10.
Yeah, check that out. Still in there?
Yep.
What's it say?
3.5.
It's inside. There it is. Is that it? Or is that a brick? Now we're into bricks. I'm telling you. It's probably on the side somewhere.
Well, that's why I kept making the hole bigger and bigger. Hold on.
Let's get it out.
Yeah.
There it is. Oh, horse buckle. A buckle. That's all right. We find a lot of them buckles. They're like shoe buckles, or at least the stuff's getting better. You know, something you can do with. You know, that's pretty cool.
Shoot.
Now these are tack or horse buckles, right?
I think so.
Now this was like a term. What is it? It's like a shoe buckle. Yeah.
I was wondering why we weren't finding the buckles and the buttons. I found a
like
button
the old,
or some kind of.
yeah, the old like a colonial shoe buckle or horse buckle.
Thing there.
That's cool. Got a penny. Got a buckle. Now we're starting to get into the good stuff. We went through all the junk from here to there, and it's probably been rolled over the years, you know, being a cornfield. So this is where we're finding it. So a lot of the brick shards, like I said earlier in the earlier video, that a lot of these red bricks you want to see all chopped up in the field. You know, the red brick shards. That's what makes it good. And we started over here, from there to here, and we're starting to pick everything up within another 50 yards. So it's probably been moved around right in here, but the house is generally right here, so we may be in the backyard part of the house, you know. But anyway, that's Eastcoast metal detectors. Wheat penny, shoe buckle, a couple of other odds and ends. Talk to y'all soon. Catch y'all later. Eastcoast metal detecting. .4g.com. See y'all.